What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to be teaching you all how to code in HTML. So basically, for those of you who don't know, what HTML is it's kind of like the coding language for basically how all computers and websites really work. So, reason why you'd want to code in HTML is because you want to have your basic website if you want to do that. You want to enter, something in, change font, size like that on a more technical level. So basically, this is kind of like a behind the scenes look at what your computer's internally doing in a way, but really it's the HTML coding of it. And what that is that's again how you would code in a website or something like that. So this is basic HTML coding in Notepad documents. Now there's thousands and thousands of different HTML codes, but really all I'm going to be teaching you in this video is how you use them. And then at a later time, if you're interested, I'll make more videos on it, but you can also go online and look up the different HTML codes for what you want to do, because like I've said, there's thousands of HTML codes and things like that. So I'll give you a little basic example here. Uh, let's just look right here at this. So this is whenever you're coding in Notepad, which is what I'm assuming you'd want to be doing for starting off. You got to start it with these. I mean, I don't know, like the less than and the greater than signs. Those are really what it is. But you want to have your format. Do not have word wrap because that's just irritating because you can't tell when you hit enter and stuff. So basically, what you do is you always start it off HTML. Sorry, then you go down another line. And this is just like basic. Like I said, there's different ways to do it, but I'm going to be explaining how you do it. So head, you don't really need to be too worried about that. And then you go title. Now, if you don't know, the way HTML works is this is how, as I've seen, I was pointing to it, right here, as you can see here, this, like that is how I start the title. Then I type in the title, like, I like pizza, I, whatever. And then to end the title, I simply do another one, but you do a forward slash title, and then that just signifies that the title's ending. Then, oh, sorry. Then to go down to another line, then this is where you could start the body, for example. So body, but what I can do is I'm going to show you how to make color text, because that's something I know is kind of a big thing that people like. So the code for color text, for example, is body, or is the less than sign, body, space, text, equals, and then you pick the color that you want. So for example, you can use the name or the hex value. Now, if you don't know what the hex value is, it's simpler just to use the name, but the hex value would have more variety if you're interested in more different colors. So for body text, I might go pink and or I'll just say blue. That's a simple one. Blue. Then I type what I'm gonna say. Look, I'm writing in blue because I HTML coded it. And then I want to end the body. Now, it's not necessary to end the body, so I'm not going to do that. But if you were to have stuff after, you would end the body, which is you would just go forward slash like I taught you, and then body. That just signifies that it's ending so it doesn't go on. Now, this is, I mean, not really the tricky part, but this part is a bit more complicated. So now you go here, and you go save as. Now, what I do is I go desktop, and then we'll just say HTML web page. But you always have to end it in .html. That's important. Then you save it. Now, because I've done this before, my computer automatically opens it up in the internet browser format. So the default program for this one for .html is internet browser. But if it's not and it's still Notepad, you would simply just click Open With, and then you go choose default program, and then it'll say Browse, and then you have to pick what internet browser you want to do it with. Not too complicated. So then you just double click on it, open it. Now look at this. Look, I'm writing in blue because HTML coded it. That's what we did. And then the name of it is I Like Pizza because that's what we set the title as. Now, like I said, I could go on for a while about this, but essentially all we're really doing here is we're just coding it in based on HTML code. Like, for example, we could get rid of this, and I have a sheet here that has the HTML code. You could put in, for example, you know, that's, you know, you could code in the emphasis word. All right. So then what it does is the code for that is, let me just see here. It's less than greater than, and then you type it in, and then so like observe. So how would I? So if we wanted to do that, we could do that. We could still keep it blue. Note how we're doing that, but then we're also saying em like that. And then at the end here, like, see, this is kind of how it gets complicated. It's kind of like math. You put in the parentheses what you want to isolate, but you can perpetually be starting and ending different ones. So now we want to end the emphasis but we're still continuing with the body. Or we could end the body and still continue with the emphasis. So you see how it's kind of like I can't really teach you everything because there's thousands and thousands of different stuff you can do, but because thousands of stuff you can do, but I'm just kind of teaching you how you would use the codes, and then whenever you want, you can look up the codes. See, now I emphasized it in italicized, but, if I wanted, I could only emphasize a part of it. So really, you're just starting and ending it however you want to do it. So that's really all there is to this, guys. Thank you for watching, and I plan on making more videos on HTML coding in the future. Really appreciate your watching, guys, and I hope to see you as a subscriber, guys. Later.